Hello everybody and welcome back to Speedforce Racing, to a very different type of racing video. We're having to do this as a recording because Google hates us. Here are the qualifying positions. So for Gp4's Azerbaijan Grand Prix, DCG takes pole position ahead of James Killer in P2. Xander is in P3, Alco is in P4, Tipati is in P5, Racing Pod is in P6, Vezel is in P7, Energy Down with a 5-place grid penalty is in P8, and AG30 is in P9, Bittle is in P10. We'll run through the rest of the positions in a moment as we head over the track. But I'm not on my own. Yes, I was meant to be out on track today in the Gp4 division, but I am not, as Google would decide to not work. But I'm joined by the usual pairing of James, Cadwell5. How are you doing, James?
Fine, thanks. How are you?
I am well, because I managed to dig up my my co-commentator from last week. Hello, Fester.
Hello, mate.
They just like us together, don't they?
Yeah, that's a great combination, I'd say.
So we've gone full Formula E today, and we have 3 commentators for this Grand Prix. And to be honest, guys, what we've seen in qualifying, I think we'll need it.
Yeah, looking like it, right?
It's looking to be a little bit more like 2017 rather than anything else in Formula 1. This is a fantastic track. I really like this track. I don't know how you feel about this, James.
I don't really like this circuit, to be honest.
Do you not? I think it's great.
No, I like watching racing here. I don't like racing it.
Oh, it's very tight when you're racing.
Yeah.
Shall we check in with one of our super Swedes? Fester, what do you think about this track?
Well, I quite enjoy it, actually, but it's usually carnage, isn't it?
Yeah, we have a slow Red Bull not getting off the field, which that's James Killer. But yeah, this track is either very boring or very fun, and today it looks to be very fun. Let's run through the qualifying positions one more time, seeing as you guys didn't get to see qualifying. DCG is in P1 ahead of James Killer in P2, though he's dropped behind his teammate on the formation lap. He'll be able to resume his second place position once we head over to the grid. Xander is in P3, Alco is in P4, Cipazli returning for a few more races before he heads off abroad to study game design in P5. Racing Pod is in P6, Vezel, the other Haas, is in P7, AG30 is in P8, Bittle is in P9, and Pro Oliver is in P10. The first time I've seen him in the top 10 for a while. Outside of the top 10, and with feature choice is James Hook, who's actually on the grid in P11. Sonic Hawk, I believe the Indian driver, is in P12. Energy Dan, who with a grid penalty is in P13. Spiffy is in P14. Blues is in P15. Origins, I'm going to call it Origins, is in P16. Ghost Cam is in P17. BD, the unknown driver, DB, is in P18, and High Grade B with a disqualification in qualifying is in P20. Why do I do this?
You have big lungs.
I do have big lungs. I do it all in one sitting as well. But nonetheless.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
What do you think about the race? Who will win?
Just want to ask the same thing. I think James has got this. James Killer's got this. I think for me.
I don't know if you guys saw the Twitter earlier, but I put out a tweet, as I often do, and so far in all 3 GP4 races, go remember it's number 4. In all 3 of the GP4 races, we've had 3 different winners. So today might be the day that James becomes a back-to-back winner in SFR and breaks the toe, or we might have a different winner, which would be fantastic. We are not going to run through the championship standings. We'll do that I'll put something up in a minute about the championship standings or something on the recording, hopefully. If not, Future Jack, you're a moron because you don't like doing editing. But yes, we'll run through you'll get a full update of everything that happened next week, hopefully when Google works. But yeah, go on.
Who do you think will be the surprise person then, who surprises us?
Well, Energy Jam looked really quick in qualifying the first couple of times, but I think Blues might be something fun to watch.
Yeah.
But who are we going to be watching as we head onto the track? Fester, who are you looking at?
I'm looking down the back of the grid to see what happens.
And James, who have you got your eyes on?
I'm looking at Pro Oliver, so in the middle.
And I've got the front. Aren't we a good crew? So, we'll do this all in one take as we often do. So we head to 5 red lights here in GP4. The week of SFR at Baku is about to begin. The lights are on, the lights are out, and it's a good start from James Killer in P2, with a better start from the Toro Rosso, who's flying to try and pass the Alfa Romeo. Alco to the inside. There's contact, though, between 3 cars, and chaos into turn 1. As Xander gets turned around, and there's Bittle. He's span. James Hook has made contact with Bittle as they all come through. We have someone resetting the track. That's James Hook. He's not allowed, but he still does. AG says he's dropping down.
DB's out.
DB out of the field to see if we can get a good shot of that. And Bittle almost out as well. As James Killer to the outside passes Xander in the Alfa Romeo. What are you looking at, James?
I'm just looking at the battle with energy down here.
Oh, big contact! There's 2 cars in the wall. It's the Indian driver, Sonic Hawk. And Sonic Hawk retired. He has retired for the session.
Oh my.
That was a big hit.
Crazy right from the start.
Yeah, no, it really is 2017. Sector 1 and 2, we have yellow flags, and there's more as it goes on. The Williams in the wall is James Hook.
Racing Podge.
Racing Podge is in trouble as drivers all filter through Sector 2, and AG30's out in the castle section. Another driver, see Pasley round in the castle section. He's been pushed out the way by James Hook. And people say Formula E has too much contact.
What? What a star.
Oh god, I wish we were streaming. DCG, see Pasley leaving the session. You're not allowed to do that. He's not allowed to do that, but you know.
There's a lot of
James Hook retiring. More timers. We're not going to knock these drivers because we're just having a bit of fun here in GP4. But wow, on lap 1 we've lost James Hook, C Pasley, AG30. Wessel's in trouble. Wessel has dropped behind Racing Podge as DCG from the pole leads us away. And drivers, I think we'll see a good run to the pit lane right now, won't we? As Xander gets passed by Alco. Look at the bits at turn 1.
Well, there was a lot of bits at the last corner as well. On the,
let's have a look.
It's not a corner, but
2, 4, 5. We're looking about 5 drivers in the pits.
Xander to the inside of Alco, looking for P3. He decides the better of it to bail out as the Portuguese driver does well enough to stay around him. Drivers all getting tripped over one another in pit lane, but looks like Bittle finally making it back to pit lane after his first corner spin. Sonic Hawk complaining on the radio. There will probably be messages to him saying don't talk during the chat, during the race. I think I've got to make that clear to most drivers as well. But still, the top 10 looking relatively good as they come through. Looking at Xander, wow, that was lap 1, guys.
I'm sweaty already.
Oh god, this week at SFR. Who doesn't love that Steve Pasley is now out the field? So we have effective 14 drivers in this race as Steve Pasley has decided to leave the session.
It could have been an internet problem, but I doubt it.
No, that was a rage quit.
Yeah, that's a rage quit if I've ever seen one.
So, on board with James Killer as he hunts down DCG. Can one of you gentlemen just take us through that?
Sorry?
Just keep it, oh wait, we got, Origins is in trouble. Origins have dropped back a few positions, but can you just have a look at the battle at the top? What's happening there?
James is trying to catch him down the straight, but he's not close enough this time. Maybe he can get a good exit through turn 1.
He gets fast lap as well.
Oh, good.
So the most powerful tool in the F1 driver's handbook has been enabled. We have got DRS.
He's closer this time. Difficult to pass into turn 3 though.
Yeah,
he's trying to go around the outside. Whoa!
Take the 2 yellow flags.
Into the wall.
Origins struggling in this race.
Between the top 2 guys.
We just can't look anywhere right now, can we?
That was happening everywhere.
So, I really don't know what's happening down the back. The ghost car of C. Pasley. Right, I know we shouldn't be talking about ghost car, but FSR Blues cannot get away from it.
I think that's down to Blues is on a different compound of tyres to the ghost car. And it might also be that they're just having a bit of trouble working that car.
There's a sector 1 spin, or something happened. Yes. It's
James.
high grade B.
High grade B.
Slowed, and now he's back going.
He's really... Oh, you see Xander hitting the barrier there, but there's no damage on the Alfa Romeo front wing. High grade B dropping back a position now to Wessel. He's got no end plates on his front wing, so High grade B struggling in that car. I'm quite enjoying not racing right now.
In on, Alco 12 is closing in on the top 2 here. He's actually closer to James than James is to DCG.
He's got DRS as well.
Yeah, he does.
I think James had a bit of a struggle there. Alco to the inside!
Oh,
that was very uncontrolled, and hopefully he lets him back through. He has not let him back through, but that was completely uncontrolled, and James Killer will be very upset.
Yeah, here goes James though.
2 Honda-powered cars. That has completely destroyed James's chance there. As Blues has retired, we believe has to run down to turn 1. James is back ahead, but the 2 Honda-powered cars there almost making contact. And Alco, I mean, in your opinion, guys, was that controlled at all? As High Grade B looks to be in trouble.
Podge,
no, it's Podge.
Podge is round.
Podge is round. No, it wasn't controlled. I wouldn't say it's controlled. No. He tried to dive when we were into the corner and then went too wide and should have let the position back.
He was sideways when he came into the corner.
Yeah.
He was sideways. You think you're Daniel Ricciardo, you're not at that point. You're driving the wrong car if you're going to be Daniel Ricciardo.
Or Jesus
it's under in a wall at the castle section. You know what, guys? According to the boffins in the F1 technical studio, you can fit 3 cars into the castle section, side by side.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
No. New.
It's funny they say that, and yet they say it's impossible for drivers to go too wide up the hill into Monaco and up around the left-hander at Monaco, and yet the drivers go, no, we can fit 2 cars there easy.
Oops, Weasel goes straight on in turn 3.
More drama here as the number 2 car hits the wall.
Hit the wall. Damage his front wing.
Oh, dearest me. And he's retired for the session and called that again. So multiple penalties will be handed out to the drivers who are just deciding that they want to retire all the time. DRS open on Alco. Will he have another try to the inside of James Killer? He does. He's Daniel Ricciardo there. This time controlled. James going wide slightly, but James still has the position as they come towards. It's Xander into pit lane and Pro Oliver into P4. Look at that. Pro Oliver started 10th.
Yeah, Pro Oliver it's looking good here. He's on the medium tire already, so he's on a better strategy as he almost hits the wall in turn 2. Alco still trying to get past James Killer.
That's the only battle we have, really.
Yeah, it's the only battle right now because drivers. I think battles will come later on. 26 laps of racing here in Baku. I had to remember where we were. But the 2 Red Bull sponsored cars, the Toronto of Alco, as Sonic Hawk once again chats in chat, is hunting down James Killer. But it's going to be different now because there's going to be damage to the front wing there unless he got very lucky and hit the rim.
It is. Oh, he's lost his end plate on the right side.
I do hope that Sonic Hawk isn't just cheering up the drivers. Because obviously we can't hear it because we're in a party chat. But his voice does seem to open up a few different times when something seems to happen.
Yeah, I always find it a bit annoying when the drivers don't turn their mics off.
I have mine on push to talk. So the gap now is 2.5 seconds at the top. Is DCG is our leader ahead of James Killer in P2. Alco is in P3. Pro Oliver is in P4. Racing Podge is in P5 after a difficult start to this race. Spiffy is in P6. We have DCG in pit lane. Xander is in P7. Energy Jam with a grid drop is in P8. Ghost Cam is in P9. Pazley's Ghost is in P10. He will not receive the points. Bittle is in P11. High Grade B is in P12. Origins is in P13. The drivers that will not make it to the end of this race are Wessel, Blues, James Hook, 8030, Sonic Hawk, and DB1607.
Just a side note here, James Killer actually changed his front wing in his pit stop.
Has he now? That's very helpful for the Red Bull driver.
As I will assume that Alco 12 will do as well when he pits.
Okay,
I don't know why he stayed out another lap.
He thinks,
well,
he thinks
you
he probably thinks that the damage isn't that bad to keep going.
I mean, his front wing is literally a plank.
Yeah.
So,
And actually, Pro Oliver is catching him in quite quickly here.
Pro Oliver has definitely made a name for himself right now in this race with the fact that he's got the medium tyres on, provided he doesn't make a mistake and hurt himself. That Ferrari, he does have wing damage though, but that Ferrari could possibly be one of our podium sitters tonight.
Could be. Well, it seems like his front wing damage isn't as bad as Alco 12's.
I think it's Alco's damage coupled with his tyre wear is the problem right now.
Yeah. Ooh, that's close.
So does Alco pit this time round? Lap 6 out of 26. These drivers will be pumping a 20-lap stint on those hard tyres if they can make it to the end, barring any wing damage. And into pit lane does come the Portuguese driver under the Red Bull family. He does make it into the lane without any trouble. And Racing Podge actually carries on for another lap right now. So he's looking very comfortable. Is second Super Swede. Well, actually the first Super Swede of SFR. I remember when Podge
also
first
has wing
came in.
damage.
He does it. Well, I think everyone's got wing damage at this point, to be fair.
Yeah, it seems like it, yeah.
I got wing damage, I'm not even racing.
Yeah, Podge is actually the one who invited me to this league, so...
Who
I'm very
doesn't
happy
like
about
Podge?
that.
Podge is a lovely chap.
Very weird thing thing for Alco. He put on some more softs.
Is he two-stopping?
That's interesting.
He might have thought, right, with my wing damage, I have to try and make up the time, so I'm going to box for softs and go for mediums later on in the race.
Yeah,
well,
to
I
be
guess
fair
high
to him,
grade's
it's going to be really quick right now.
Yeah, high grade did the same, but I think high grade's in trouble in that McLaren. Just the image that these two gentlemen had to sit there. I'm sat here in my McLaren gear with my helmet between my legs, squeezed into the comms box next to them. Because I was meant to be racing, but with the Google issue, we couldn't continue on. We have a battle low forming. Spiffy is under pressure from Xander. Oh, the castle section is terrifying.
Yeah, it actually is.
I hate that section.
It's really difficult, and especially if the revs drop in there, you're in trouble.
I hate it in the league I did. Some people were too wide in there.
You can't go too wide through there. No way. There was some people, I had an argument with people in another league once. They were like, you can go too wide through there, and they took me out, but they blamed me for taking them up. They pinned me against the wall. I said I had to turn in.
Racing Podge in a bit.
Racing Podge to
What's he
pit
going
lane.
on to?
Whoa! Big oversteer moment for Xander as he hits the wall, but Spiffy's hit the wall harder! Spiffy's wing flying off. Tell you what, the Halo's getting so much use today. So Spiffy actually doesn't bail into pit lane, even with the new wing damage. He's just going to mesh it out as he heads towards the back of Xander, but he can't break as late as Xander can in the Alfa Romeo. And they both... Oh,
Where's
look at
Podge
Podge,
coming
he's coming out right in between them!
In between them.
Oh, yes, as well.
Can he get it stopped? Yes, he can.
Oh, but he won't have the fresh tyre. Well, his tyres are fresh, but he won't have the heat yet. He's got DRS. It's going to be a drag race down. Honda versus Renault. Oh, that's a dangerous squeeze there from Spiffy. And I'll tell you what, Peter's not going to be happy.
Oh, he's going to be livid.
He is.
I mean,
As livid as a Swede can be, probably.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they're quite a chill race, aren't they? They're quite a chill little species, they are. So yeah, we ain't bothered, except for that moment when they get smashed into one another. But no, not saying that anyone smashed into anyone there. I don't know, did any of you guys get to watch the IndyCar at the weekend?
No.
I did, yeah. That was a big scary moment for Felix Rosenquist.
That was a nasty moment for Felix, but I tell you what, Sato saying that he did nothing wrong is nothing short of Schumacher. Pardon the French there, but yeah. That's pure Swedish. Whoa, Bittel having a big oversteer moment for P12. I tell you what, this will become survival of the fittest. Remember that Steve Pasley will be taken out of the equation here for just leaving the session rather than retiring his car. So everyone here is actually battling for P10, Bittel and high grade.
Yeah, the Origins has actually done the same here. So he's also running around the track in P13, while not behind.
DRS open, as you see, Racing Points to the outside of Xander, and Xander in the Alfa Romeo has to concede the position. The Super Sweet is too quick.
Yeah, he just flies past.
Whoa! Sonic Hawk leaving the session, so, yeah. I mean, you crashed out earlier. Alco is looking incredibly quick, but remember, he is on the soft tyres. We will see him in pit lane once more. But yes, this is turning out to be a really strategic race, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, it's a very interesting strategy to go for the softs again. I mean, a two-stop is almost never quicker.
So as we head on to lap 10, the admins, apparently someone's complaining on the Facebook page. So, you know, people have actually complained for a restart, according to this. No.
Oh.
Very simply, no.
Yeah,
we had a delayed start. I'm not restarting it.
Yeah.
Why would we restart?
It was DB and AG 30, but they were the two who were complaining about a restart.
Contact with Bittle hitting the wall there, but we have to say this now because this is going up post. We don't know if Oliver finally pits. We don't know what any. Oh no!
Oh,
that's the worst thing you can see. He has got a new front wing on it, as you see the crowd cheering at the Ferrari team. They never do that for me. But he will be incredibly quick now. He's going to be close to Racing Porsche. I think that wing change and that penalty might severely affect his race. Here's Racing Porsche heading down his turn 1 now. Remember, Oliver's right at the end of the pit lane with the Ferrari team. He's going to be behind the Swede. Oliver coming out, he's on fresher tyres. He's got to stay ahead of Xander though. Xander on the run of his life to try and get past the Ferrari. It doesn't happen as Pro Oliver just slips back on track in front of him. Nothing short of glorious there.
Alco tried there on James.
So Alco pushing hard as Xander does get past Pro Oliver. We'd see that before. We know Oliver will get back at him. But yeah, we're not going to restart a race just because you do that. That is the answer. You know,
but
go on.
No, AG pretty much said that he was lagging at the start, and that's why he crashed into the wall. Or so that's what he was like. I lagged to come and restart.
I mean, I'm going to be completely honest here and be probably quite rude because normally I don't get a look at all this chat during the race. I'm going to say, sort your internet out. I don't care. Sort your internet out. SFR has raced for long enough to know that if someone says they're laggy at the start and they make a mistake, then probably you're not lagging.
Oh.
You're probably not. If you're going to use lag as an excuse, then, you know, at least be from a country where lag is actually affected. Australia puts Xander into barrier. Xander with a front wing damage there as he flings pieces of his wing everywhere. He's going to hit the wall more, and Oliver's going to think, right, well, this will be simple. We'll see Xander into pit lane soon.
Yeah, he's going to have to pit this lap.
Side by side they go, and Alco has got past James.
DRS open on Alco's car as he does disappear, but remember, James is going to sit there. He's seen those red tyres, and he's going to think, right, well, I'll see him again later.
Yeah, he for sure will.
And Pro Oliver side by side with Xander now.
Should be a simple move.
Xander's pitting.
Very helpful to have three people with me. I wanted a commentary session. If we look at the Ghost of Steve Hasley, I wanted a commentary session with 4 commentators, and that was an experience. As
James has got back past Alco.
Now, was there any foul play in that? I don't think there would have been. As you see, the Toro Rosso now trying to get up and past the Red Bull. Nothing short. The dive bombs are getting a bit silly.
Just to say, there was no problem with James and Alco's move. That was fine.
Okay. So, Alco... See, this is the advantage of having 3 commentators. I can't see everything, but they can.
Oh, it's hard with 4. I've tried it with 4 before on Project Cars, and it was awful.
I did it on F1 around Malaysia. And there was 4 commentators, and we ended up with 5 because someone retired and said, can I join the commentary team?
Yeah, we get that sometimes in a different league I'm in, so it's a nightmare. But
yeah, I only let people who, if I'm on my own, do that. DRS open on Biddle's car as the number 41 car pulls to the outside. The Ferrari is just about to decimate the McLaren in a straight line. He cuts across him a little bit in the braking zone. And there's more rubbing, and okay,
contact.
Entirely down to Biddle there.
Yeah.
He had all the space in the world on the left and did not go for it.
Yeah, Bill's fault. Let's say.
I mean, GP4's where it's at. This is the most contact-heavy series, I think, barring GP3 at China. But at the same time, it's such a brilliant series to commentate on. I mean, you guys commentate on it. James, you commentated on it a lot more than I have. How is it for you to commentate on these guys?
It's fine. Normally, it's not like this. Not much contact. In China, especially, it was I think one of the best races we've had in this series because it was clean and it was all fine. But the one thing I would say about China, which is one thing that did happen, it's more overtakes. There's more overtakes, and it's more everyone's, I think, trying to go for the inside and trying to cut and do all that kind of stuff. I think is what I'm trying to say. So it's more dangerous. There we go.
Well, remember, this is... people said when this track was built that if this track had been built in the 80s or the 90s, it would have been a driver killer. And it makes sense why, wouldn't it?
Mm.
It's so tight, it's so restrictive. And people complain about Formula E. Look at this. This track is a Formula E track waiting to happen, isn't it?
Yeah, what circuit was it? I can't remember, but F1 used to go, like, in the 80s or 90s, used to go to a street circuit, or not F1, but some F-types used to go to a street circuit, which was quite like this. Can't remember where it was now, but anyway.
Or maybe Long Beach?
Macau is pretty bad at that one.
They went to, they used to go somewhere in England, it was like, they went to like a Birmingham circuit,
yes!
Formula 3000 did.
The Super Grand Prix they had.
Yeah.
That was a big event that happened back in Birmingham a long time ago. See, Pazzi actually overtakes someone. His Ghost is overtaking someone. Remember, his points will not count towards the event. Everyone behind him will be shifted up one position due to him not finishing in the race. But yeah, that would have been great. I mean, there was huge talks about Birmingham getting the Formula E because they wanted the Super Grand Prix back, and I would have loved to do that because I only live a bit away from Birmingham, so I would have turned up and I would have gone up there and gone and watched the racing.
Yeah, it's come back though. Formula E's come back. They've announced in 2020 that they're coming back to London. So
yes, I'm going. I've already got my tickets booked.
And it's, well, I can't remember where it is. I think it's that place they did last time.
No, it's not. It's not Battersea. It's
Is it not?
It's at the exhibition centre, the XL Centre. So where they have all the like the Comic Cons and that.
Oh, yeah.
And it's an indoor-outdoor circuit, so they're going through the building and outside.
Oh
wow.
It's gonna be fantastic. I'm gonna go and watch that because I'm so happy.
That French Grand Prix that the Formula E did when they had like was it 3 or 4 cars crash?
Yes, yeah, the Paris E3, yeah.
Yeah, no, the one in that village on like the hillside or something.
Oh yeah, the Swiss one. That was in Bern.
Yeah.
Whoa, Xander!
Bern, was it?
I think a bit of accident. Yeah. Yes, the one where they all piled up at turn 2.
It's like today.
It is with the drivers arguing. This is wrong. This is wrong. Alco back in the pit lane. Where's he going to come out though? He's going to be close to Racing Forge, isn't he?
He's going to come out behind Pro Oliver, I think.
He's on the hard compound of tyres. Here's Pro Oliver in the Ferrari. Can he get ahead of the Toro Rosso, the other Italian team in Formula 1? It's going to be close. Where is he? Oh, no, he's not.
It's through turn 2 already.
I stand corrected. This is why I have several people with me because they make sure I don't make mistakes. On board with
Xander.
Sipassi's Ghost is pitting, so finally he's going back to a normal place.
Here comes Xander, and he's got past Ghost Cam. Very good move.
Well, the teammates almost making contact, but they were fine there. The Alfa Romeos are number 6 and number 25 as they come up towards turn 3 now. Again, this race has become slightly muted down to the fact that that the battles are sort of stretched out a bit. The lead at the top, though, is starting to come down. James Killer getting a little bit quicker than the racing point in front of him. Can Red Bull make a last daring pass like they have done so many times before in Formula 1?
Has DCG won a race yet?
I I think he may have done. Let me have a look at my little list, which is actually the championship standings, which you haven't managed to go through due to the fact that we had a mistake. But if you want to have a look at the championship standings, they'll be up on the Facebook page. And there.
No, he hasn't won a race yet.
He not. No. So our race winners are Racing Pod, who won in Bahrain, James Killer, who won last week, and Ghost Cam, who won in the first week of SFR Season 5. So we have the potential to have a new winner, with either Alco or DCG or Pro Oliver, or we can have a returning race winner with one of the Red Bulls.
Hodge.
Yep, Hodge or James.
Alco.
Whoa, again, and that time, well, that's how you serves him right there. Alco, James, Peter was not going to get out of the way there. He saw what he did to his teammate, and he just squeezed him to the point that Alco slid. And I think, well, to be fair, that's how it goes, isn't it? Yeah. You make a move from that far back, you're not going to have any pace. Origins also out of this race already. Xander passing.
Oh, he's hit the back of him. Alco's hit the back of Racing Porch.
Too much overspeed and too much shining
now
new
he's
tires.
damage on his front wing.
Damage on that front wing. I mean, James.
Yeah, tiny bit.
Yeah. It does seem like a Formula E race right now, doesn't it?
Ooh, yeah. James has hit the wall of the castle section. He's lost a bit of front wing as well.
Does that mean that we have the Racing Point on top? He's taking it nice and gently for this time round, doesn't it?
It's...
Oh, Paul's making a mistake too.
Yeah, that was really close to the wall. I'm not sure if he made contact.
DCG at the moment is 7th in the championship with 23 points because he got fastest lap last time out.
That's very helpful for DCG.
Yeah, it's supposed to get. It was going to get 12 points last round, then he got, I think, the fastest lap. So
let's have a look at who has the fastest lap right now, and I believe that's Alco with a 1:43.3 right now. At this point, he will receive the fastest lap bonus point that Formula 1 started adding. I mean, it's a very Marmite point, but at the same time, it is starting to make a difference in Formula 1, isn't it?
Is Alco actually going to get past Racing Points this time? He's quite close behind of him now.
He's much closer now. And this
is the contacts here.
There might be contact in a moment. We'll see what can happen. We know Racing Points isn't going to give up, but he has to give up that time round. He knows he's going to get a dose of DRS, and Alco's actually gone too deep now. And Alco will have to recede the position as they go too wide towards the wall. We saw that go also wrong for drivers further on. And Alco with DRS, he's moving a lot. He's covering the inside. Racing Points looking for a gap. You could class that as weaving technically from Alco, but I'm not sure.
That was weaving. Do you agree, Lester?
Yeah, I thought that was a bit weaving, yeah.
I think Podge will probably take that to the stewards. I didn't get good enough angle, so hopefully Podge does save his footage and we can see what that is. Obviously, this is a recorded at the time, but post-upload. So hello to the future.
I was I was on board with Podge at the time, and he literally went from left to right. So
yeah. Podge is, well, he's trying to compose himself. He's thinking, right, what can happen? Sector 2, we have a yellow flag. It's Bittle. Bittle has had a big accident. He's spun at the castle section, and the tyre's off. He's taken his own tyre off. I think that's, from what I saw, that's just a mistake on his part. It wasn't, he didn't do it on purpose to crash himself out.
No.
But now the gaps really have formed. Pro Oliver, remember, he started P10 in this race, and he's looking very strong to have, very strong points for this in P5.
I think James may have to come in a minute because of his front wing, but...
Let's have a look at James.
Yep.
He does head to pit lane. So is he going to go for fastest lap in the last 9 laps of these races if Vittel leaves the session? You hear that Ferrari just the Honda engine begged to stop there. So this is going to be interesting to see what can happen. So pretty much you're thinking we are going to have a new winner in this race right now. 20 seconds is the gap at the top. Unless there's a colossal mistake. And obviously at Baku, there is, because Alco's made a mistake now, and Racing Porsche has got the run. There's going to be a very simple move now to the outside of Alco. What can the Portuguese driver do? Does he try to duck behind him? He doesn't. He stays on the outside, and he tries to go back around the outside. We've got a nice camera angle here. He does sweep back around the outside, and there's an Artem Markanov-esque move there, as he decimates the driver in front to get through. And Alco... we're like football fans. We're like, we're terrible.
Now they both have front wing damage. Now DCG is leading by 21 seconds. I think he's quite
he's
safe.
ordering his food at this point, isn't he? He's ordering his food, trying to work out what he's having for dinner. Anything could happen. He could just lock up a little bit and just go straight into the barrier. So we don't know. Here is our leader, though. DCG in the racing point. Racing how many points? Racing many points.
I would think that James Killer is still on for a podium here.
Sector 1's yellow flags. Not sure what happened there. James, he's fast and he knows that these two people in front of him have wing damage, and I think Oliver does as well. No, Oliver doesn't. He had it repaired. No, he does have wing damage. And DCG into pit lane.
That's interesting.
I wonder if either the Red Bull or the Toro Rosso are going to see that he's in pit lane and pit as well. Alco looks to be committed towards the pit lane. DRS open as Racing Port in the slipstream. This is going to be determination here. The sweep to the outside. Oh, try and get a decent angle. And he is round the outside right now, but Alco on the brakes is so much more confident. He's fed him round. It goes side by side towards turn 2 now. I think Alco is playing a dangerous game with the cutting in front of people right there, isn't he?
Yeah.
You can see that DCG though is in their sights now. So as here goes Racing Pods, that's a clean move.
Not yet, because here comes Alco round the outside once more, and they do almost touch, but smooth racing.
Oh, that's not a lot of space there.
He's very lucky there was a lot of space, wasn't there?
Yeah, it's not designed for F1 this circuit. It's like an F2, F3 circuit, but not F1. I would say.
No, the cars are way too wide now.
Yeah.
2016 would have been a good race, definitely. But yeah. I mean,
it was a clean race, yeah.
I really am trying to work out who's quicker right now. Is it Alco or is it Podge? I think Podge is really being helped along by that DRS, and it's sort of carrying his speed the whole way through because they're both going off the track, like they're rallying.
I think
gap's gone up though, so
I think that's the consequence of battling there, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm enjoying this having 3 people with us. I'm enjoying this a lot.
Yeah, this is great fun.
So, one more time comes Racing Pods to the back of Alco. What can Peter do?
He's a bit better on their brakes.
Oh, there we go. That's clean. Straight past.
He's there.
I think that's straight past.
Oh, again, Alco. What brake bias has he got in that car?
Wow.
James Killer's got fastest lap.
Alco has got the brakes of Ricciardo, and James Killer he can smell blood in the water. He's got the fastest lap. He is hunting on the soft tyres. And Podge to the outside, thinking this time, can he get past? Oh, that's the wrong one. This time get past the Toro Rosso, and no, he's straight on! Oh, dearie me. Podge is off the podium, and he's going to be kicking himself there, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
He may still get a podium though if James Killer can get up to Alco and try and battle with him, and then try and get Podge to close up.
The 24 of James Killer is looking very quick in this race. Remember, he won last week in China. Can he win this week in the dictatorship that is Azerbaijan? Yeah,
just to say, Energy Down just got past Pro Oliver.
Oliver's pitted though. That's the difference.
Yes.
So Oliver has got he's still looking to be. Look at Ghost Cam, 17 laps on those tyres. He's going to be absolutely screaming for new tyres soon, isn't he?
Hey, he's not getting to the end of those tyres.
I think Ghost Cam's American as well, so very good commitment. Energy Dan is having a big lag spike there as he's battling with Ghost Cam, and Oliver's got to think, right, I've got to play the smart. Oh, look at Ghost Cam. He's driving on the rims of his tyres. He's got nothing left. The attacking Energy Dan looking to get through, but it isn't happening.
Here goes Energy Down then.
Oh, Ghost Cam's got no tyres and he's weaving quite excessively there. And is Dan having to lift off? As he? Oh, I thought he turned in too early there. I really did.
It's going to be a three-way scrap, this is.
Oh, it's going to be very
only
good.
part of the
fly
circuit.
past him here.
This is the only part of the circuit, I think, where it's big enough for F1 cars.
It really
Yeah,
is nice and
true
wide here. Where's Oliver? Oliver looking, they are going 3 wide into turn 1. Oliver does bail out of it though. Let's have a look at James Killer.
Oliver.
Oh, Sonic Hawk has rejoined us. I don't know what he's expecting to do. He's not got a car.
Ooh. As Pro Oliver has so much better traction, so he always runs into the back of Ghost Cam.
Ghost Cam
James.
is moving a lot on the straights.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's lag or it's...
I don't know what that was there, because it looked like, it looked like he tried to squeeze him out.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
But
Is James going to try... Sorry,
Go on.
quickly. Is James going to try a dive bomb? No, he's not. James is right behind Alco at the moment.
nah, it's fine. If you see something, James, just shout it and we'll shut up.
No, it's absolutely fine. I'm just saying that James Killer is right on the back of Alco, and I think he's going to do it before DRS.
He always
but,
has a
Oh, he has
lift
to
off.
back off the throttle there.
you know,
Alco's
Alco,
got nothing left. And look at James. He swings one side, he swings another. DRS is opening about, where are we? Now. And then he goes towards the line. That's the wrong one. That's the wrong Red Bull powered car. So, which is faster? Oh, that's a dominant change there. And Alco to the inside. He's done this before, and it's controlled, but it's not. Oh!
Oh, he's off.
And that was your
That's
own
a penalty.
fault.
It's a penalty, definitely. Oh,
That-
he's
And
gone
it's gone
straight
straight
on.
on.
Where's Podge?
Podge is coming through now. He has
Podge is gonna
passed
pass
him.
him.
And Alco has absolutely knackered his own race there as he reverses back on track dangerously into Xander. No damage though. James Hook leaving the session. Energy down into pit lane. Where's Spiffy? Oh, Spiffy's a long way away from that. And Supassi back in the points. Spiffy with a time penalty there. So, I tell you what, James could technically still win this race if he keeps a good pace up. He's got 10 seconds now, and he's got a few laps to do it. If he did it, was about 3 seconds a lap, he could probably
DCG
do
has
it.
fresh tires as well, though.
That is a point as well.
Yeah, but James is on the softs though, so
But will the softs wear out?
I think the softs will last
Yeah.
till the end of the race by now.
Yeah, they will last, but they won't be as quick as the mediums, I think.
Okay.
Do recall that Steve Hasley's Ghost will not score any points in this race. He will be finishing outside of the points after retiring on lap 1 and did not do the courteous thing of retiring his own car. Sorry about the lag on energy down there, but here's Xander in P4.
Oh, Alco's in the wall.
He's not happy, is
And
he?
he's completely lost his front wing now, I think. No, he hasn't actually. It's a little bit left.
It's Marussia level downforce.
Yeah, it is, yes.
He's going to the wall in a minute.
Marush? Probably not Marussia, like Kate.
Oh, he's in the wall again.
Caterham or Virgin, yeah. One of the two.
Yeah.
He's got Formula E downforce. I'm testing out the Formula 2 wing.
James has gone straight on. James has gone straight on in corner 1.
He's
Corner
got
2.
And here
Has he
comes
got
Podge.
damage? No damage on the front wing. Racing Podge. The Red Bulls can now see each other. But I do think Podge will sit there thinking, right, I've just got to sit behind him. There's no chance. And
Yeah,
that's
Podge
sort of
was gonna
handing
be a
it
bit of
to DCG, isn't it?
Alco's in the
in.
pits.
Is he going to go for fastest lap?
Yes. Has he got it? Let's have a look.
No, I think James Killer has
James has got it.
it. So, I'll go away.
142 dead.
142. I love it when the times are dead, don't you? It's like I like the round things in the TARDIS.
It's 142.057.
I think Alco should be easily beating that.
Yeah, Alco will just pull out qualifying time after qualifying time. The cars have been nice and light by now here in Baku, and the leader right now is about to start his 23rd tour of the track. It's been quite an exciting race, even though it's been quite a spread out race, hasn't it, guys?
Yeah.
Oop, got the wrong thing on. There we go.
James, one thing I've got to notice about James, he was 19 seconds behind the leader, right? He's got it down to 17.5 now, so he's closing that gap.
I don't think it's enough now, unless DCG makes a mistake. I don't think it's enough.
I'll keep an eye on DCG.
So eyes forward. Let's run through the grid as it is right now. DCG is in P1 ahead of James Killer in P2. Racing Porsche is in P3. Xander is in P4 and Pro Oliver back in P5. But he might have something to say about P4 if he's lucky. Ghost Cam is in P6. Steve Pasley is not in P7. Alco is actually in P7. Electro Dan is in P8. Spiffy is in P9 and Origins is not in P10 because he's not completed the required laps. But High Grade B will actually be in P10 as he is going to finish the race. So
yeah, it just keeps going down. It just keeps going down. It's now 16.8. So James has got something that we don't know.
Honda power. Best engine in F1.
Oh, but it's gone back up a little bit, but it's gone down. It's gone down by a second. So.
What do you think about that?
Oh,
well, I'm sorry to say this, but I see that Racing Porsche has been into the wall a bit more because he has lost both his end plates, and Sander is hounding him down.
This really is Marussia level downforce now, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a plank. That's a real plank.
The driver or the wing?
Oh, the wing.
Sorry, Peter. C. Pasley has been passed once more by Ghost Cam. Well, very simple. Alco is going to get through as well. We'll see Alco again. I think we'll see him. Oh, he spun him! That's very poor racecraft from Alco. Very poor. And you've raced long enough, Alco. You've got to let him back through.
Oh no, Alco's coming on.
Yeah, he
Sander's
absolutely smacked into Ghost Cam, and that was...
Xander on Podge. Let's have a look. And he's done it.
That was not on whatsoever. I think the stewards will be seeing an investigation from Alco. It's a damning move. And he could say, oh, the ghost distracted me. Tough. Tough. Lift off if there's a ghost in front of you. I'm really harsh today. I don't care. That was a blatant takeout, and Ghost Cam deserves representation.
So just to tell you and everyone, Pro Oliver's got a 5-second time penalty.
Podge has gone slow. Sorry, go on.
Podge
in the wall. Podge.
Okay, I'll let you speak.
Podge has now got no front wing, and he's got to lift off the position. Racing Podge's day goes from bad to good to bad to, oh my god, I'm driving like Gasly.
That's a nice box to tick.
Yeah.
Is he in the number 2 car as well? Let's have a look. He is.
I think he is.
Oh dear.
Yeah, Pro Oliver's got 5 seconds of penalties. If Spiffy Casual still racing, probably is. He's got 5 seconds worth of penalties. Who else? Spiffy Casual's got 3 seconds, another 3 seconds added on, and that's it. Just to tell you as well, for anyone, or for you just to know, Alco's got 3 warnings, so 1 more warning and he gets a penalty.
Well, to be fair, I think Alco is definitely getting a penalty. It just might not be from the game. But yeah, we're on to the penultimate lap of the race. The 94 car of DCG is in front of everyone else by quite a margin. James Killer is in P2. I think we will receive our 4th different winner in 4 races in GP4, and that's brilliant to say for the series, isn't it, guys?
Yeah, that's a very nice start to the season. It's a very 2012-esque.
Racing Podge is going to be passed by Alco. And remember, these guys have made contact already in the race. I think if they do start battling once more, it's all going to go wrong.
Is the one out?
So drivers not running in this race are Origins and Steve Pasley. Remember, they will all be their positions will be handed to other drivers at the end of the race.
So Porsche will probably go for the fastest lap here.
Well, he's not got one to prove it.
Yeah, it's going to look like, just to say, that Sport Pacer Racing are going to overtake Alfa Romeo, it looks like, in the driver's standings.
Oh, we can see
in the
that.
team standings.
If you want to have a look at the, as we look on board with Racing Podge, he's getting very impatient as he actually touches Energy Dan, and he does lift off there. We have started the final lap of the race though. DCG is gone through turn 1 on his own, and this looks to be a commanding win for the man who I believe took pole position. Yes, he did. But yes, if you want to have a look at the standings, obviously you're watching us in the future and we don't have the standings completely done. We will have, they will be up on the SFR Facebook page. Have a look at Speedforce Racing PS4 on Facebook. That is our page, managed by lovely Race Director Lee now, as I handle the Twitter, and that's why the Twitter is full of jokes about how I'm going bald.
Okay.
Hey, it's true. When I eventually do lose my hair, I'm just going to be eternally known as well, I don't know. We haven't really had a bald driver in a while.
Racing Podge has absolutely clouted the wall.
Why?
He's not happy,
His
is
has
he?
gone from bad to worse. Literally,
No.
he was coming out to the fast speed corner, and he literally just smacked it straight into both sides of the track, and then carried on.
Well,
And he's hit it into the water corner as well.
Pete is not
poor
happy.
Racing
He's
Podge.
driving the balls off that car at this point. But for the final time, DCG in the Racing Point is going to come through the last real breaking point of the track. As he comes through, he can take...
James has hit the wall! James Killer! Oh no, where's Xander? Oh, he's too far back.
Xander's way too far back, but DCG on the run down towards turn 1 now.
Oh
In
no,
four
Racing
different-
Pod just crashed.
In 4 different races, we've had 4 different winners, and it's been a mad one. But the pole sitter does win in Azerbaijan. DCG in Racing Point wins ahead of James Killer, last week's winner. Is he? Because Pro Oliver has got a chance at the podium right now. He's on the back of Xander. Is this going to be run down to the line that we want? It's going to be Oliver. He's looking to pass him, and he does pass him. And in there contact. Oliver's still in trouble. Who's going to run?
Looks like it's going to be Xander who's got the run, but we don't know here. Let's have a look. Oliver to the line. Oliver's got it. Oliver
It's going to be so close. It's so close to call. No, it is Oliver. He's on the podium from P10.
Racing Podge is down in 8th position. His race didn't work today, I would say.
He was the championship leader coming into this race, and now he's in deep trouble. Alco already coming in to finish in P5. He's in trouble as well, and I'm reporting him. Pasley doesn't exist, so Energy Dan is going to finish in P7.
P6,
Someone called the Ghostbusters.
actually.
We need to get rid of 2 of them.
As Energy Dan
P7.
runs out of fuel.
P7 will be, of course.
P6 will be
Podge.
Energy Dan since Pasley is not existing.
As Podge crosses the line and run out of fuel. Wow, he ran out of fuel.
3 different
Okay.
engines on the podium.
Yeah.
You love
3
to see it,
different
don't you?
teams.
So if I had to ask you, what would be your driver of the day?
Pro Oliver. P10 to had to battle through the field. He didn't just sit away from everyone else. He had to battle through. And plus he overcame losing his front wing at the end.
Yeah, that's really impressive.
I agree with that.
Oh, Racing Porsche has left straight away. He's not happy.
Nah, not at all.
I think it's going to be Alco's fault for what happened with Podge. So.
Well, we will see what happens. But right now, it's DCG's day on top of the podium in pink. He has won the Azerbaijan Grand Prix ahead of James Killer, last week's winner, and Pro Oliver back on the podium. Because if he's in charge of the Ferrari run, who knows? So, barring any serious investigations, this is how the grid will be lined up. This is how the race has finished. DCG is the winner ahead of James Killer in P2. Pro Oliver is in P3. Xander is in P4. Alco is in P5. Cpazzi is in P6. Cpazzi is not in P6, but his position will be given away. Energy Dan is in P6. Racing Forge is in P8, 7. Ghost Cam is in P8. Origins did not finish the race, and Spiffy would have been in P9. The non-finishers were Origins. High Grade B will finish in P10. Origins did not finish the race. Bittle, Wessel, Blues, James Hook, AG30, Sonic Hawk, and a few other drivers which he didn't make to the end. But gentlemen, because of the late start, do we with the delayed start, are we going to do podium interviews, or would you guys prefer it if we didn't?
You can do if you want.
Yeah, we can do.
All right, well, we'll get them in.